again, we need to talk about Fantom. Yes, a big, powerful daily candle going as high today as 94 cents on Fantom. Are we heading straight to $1? Some people are shouting for $2 and $3 here on Fantom. A project we've been talking about for years, buying the dip on this project at 15 cents, as low as that price point. What is the potential for Fantom? Why are we moving today? And is this move sustainable? Guys, we need to smash up the likes first and foremost, and we need to get into a very important video because a lot of people have been sleeping on this altcoin, right? You guys know I'm one of the few creators that have consistently, through the bear market, throughout this period, made content on Fantom, even when it wasn't pretty to do so. I would allow, Michael Kong to come on the channel, the CEO. I'd allow Simone Pomposi at the time, the CMO, to come on and address the community. And now you're starting to see Fantom start to recover. And guess what, guys? This is nothing. This is just but the early remnants. And in this video, I'm going to explain why. But before I do so, we spoke yesterday, right, when I was in the park and walking around, about the importance of trimming and building a position over a long time in your favorite cryptos. And I wanted to emphasize that. Like, you need to have conviction. How many times do I say it? Look, the reality is, in a bull market, many altcoins will do really, really well. That's not the point. The point is, how is it that you put significant money and leave it there for long enough that when the pump on that altcoin comes, you're able to take advantage of it, you don't sell quickly, and you're able to take advantage of the chunk of that move, right? And that only comes from you believing in a project, believing in a narrative, believing in a story, and ultimately putting your money where your mouth is. If you're just gambling, if you're just betting, if you're just speculating, you're going to get wrecked. Because when you get certain moves, you're going to panic. You take profit too early. I mean, Fantom moves to 50 cents and you would have been out because you have no conviction. You don't want to hold this for long. Whereas when you've got conviction for a project, whether that's a meme coin, whether that's a solid project like this, you hold it for a long period of time because you believe in it. Just like I believe in my Bitcoin. Bitcoin is knocking on the door of 100,000 and people would call me crazy. Like, for why am I not selling it? But you guys know I believe in Bitcoin. I don't believe in fiat currency. And so that's the narrative. So I'm not selling. And same in that case for Fantom. You guys have known, I've shared my price targets. I'm not going to bore you with those again. I'll link up the price target video for you guys to go watch. But in essence, this project is a project that has been high. I mean, if you take the candle wick on this candle, we've seen this project hit $3.50, right? In previous markets, going back to October 2021, this bull market should be better. We've got Sonic coming up. You've got Andre Cronje back in the saddle, focused. You've got a more experienced team that has been there and experienced multiple bull markets and bear markets and know how to adjust. They're now going to be competing with new layer one solutions, which haven't been there and done it, right? So there's a lot of things that are going for this Fantom team, but they've got to deliver on the marketing piece. And I'm going to keep mentioning that because I don't want us to lose sight of the fact that that was the bit that was lacking. Now, I am seeing that change tide, right? When I started making content on Fantom, the community was very small. You're seeing it much bigger now. If you go on X, you go on Twitter, you look at the meme coins on the Fantom ecosystem, they're all pumping in solidarity today. That's good. That's what creates community. More people are talking about the Fantom move. More people are talking about what Fantom delivers in terms of Sonic. And that is going to help build the community. So I feel like the community is a much better place than it was 3-4 years ago. Now, of course, people get frustrated when a project is not moving, right? When we were consolidating in this green pattern for a very long time. Of course they do. People get annoyed when the price action doesn't move, just like we saw with Cardano. But what do you notice? Cardano was one of the coins that just pumped recently. Fantom now pumping aggressively as well. Why? Because like I said in my video, there is a clear and evident flight to quality. We're seeing a flight to quality. If we saw how the move started initially, you saw Bitcoin and then you saw meme coins run, right? Very normal behavior. Because Bitcoin moves and an average person goes, I want to make some money in crypto. Where do I go that I can get crazy percentage? Oh, meme coin. Get yourself some Pepe, get some Floki, get some Doge. It's going to be fun. But then those people, a percentage of those people go, hang on, this is not sustainable. These are meme coins. Where is the quality? And that is where people start to look for actual quality projects. And not quality projects in sense of just the tech. No, tech is important, I get it. But what about the tokenomics? What about the value of the project, right? And I think this is the reason I've been harping on about this project for many years. I don't just do it for no reason. I do it because I believe in it, right? Now, of course, you need to do your own research. You need to have projects which you truly like and back. But the fact of the matter is, Fantom's sitting here at 51 spot on coin market cap with a market cap of 2.5 billion, to many people, they would say that's expensive because they're busy, searching Photon for the next pump and dump, right? The reality is a good solid project wants to be in the top 10, top 20 of crypto. And if you're in the top 20 of crypto, you're talking 8 billion. Really, as the bull market surges, you're not getting in the top 20 realistically for less than 20, 30 billion. That's just how it's going to be. I think this is going to be the biggest bull market we've seen. Bitcoin's already knocking on the door 100,000. I think it's going to eclipse that and work its way towards 110 and beyond. You're going to see Ethereum follow suit. I'd be surprised if Ethereum doesn't really start to surprise people soon as money starts to rotate through. And this whole top 10 is going to become super competitive. So when you look at things like this and you see that even a meme coin like Pepe is sitting at 8.6 billion, you've got Sui sitting at 10 billion, you've got Chainlink sitting at 10 billion, which is just a data oracle play, even though I like it. It's not a layer one solution, right? Then you've got Avalanche, which is very similarly very good tech like Fantom, but I don't think, in my opinion, the tokenomics are good, sitting at 17 billion. I sit here and still say that this, for me, please do your own research, is a bargain. Right? And there's a few reasons I'm going to add to why I'm doubling down on that point. A first point, which again, nothing new, I've said this for a very long time, this project has good tokenomics, right? The circulating supply, the fully diluted value. Look at this one. The market cap is 2.45, the fully diluted is 2.78. It's close because most of the Fantom, the total supply of 3.17, is circulating. 2.8 billion is circulating in the supply. Now, let me just pick a random example. Let's choose Avalanche, which is 11th spot, right? Avalanche, 17 billion market cap, which is high, but the fully diluted valuation is 30. So if you're comparing fully diluted valuation of Avalanche at 30, which is still a great project, great tech, great team, Emir, the founder there, is doing a great job, right? You're talking 2.8 billion to 30 billion. It's a 10x difference. I do not for a second think Avalanche should be valued at a 10x of the Fantom. Definitely not with the Sonic generation coming, and the new exciting movements coming up with that. No, that's where I want to invest. Right? That's where I want to invest, where I see that arbitrage. And if you jump onto DeFi Llama, I wanted to bring up this topic again as well, because Fantom in the last cycle was the cornerstone of DeFi. The whole reason Fantom popped off was Fantom had some amazing protocols on DeFi. And the DeFi run hasn't started yet in this bull market. When the DeFi run starts, you will see Fantom will start to make headlines again. Why? Because Fantom, if you look at the number of protocols, has 332 protocols. 332. Ethereum's got 1,200, by far the biggest, has been for a very long time. Solana's got 183, right? So it's got more than Solana, it's got much more than Tron. Binance Smart Chain, of course, has more. And Base has more. Arbitrum has more. Sui only has 44. Avalanche has a decent amount of 413. There's a lot going on. And Cardano only has 40 and is sitting at, whatever market cap. Let's check the market cap of Cardano. Even though I like Cardano, we made a video on that as well. The reality is, look at the valuation of Cardano. So just if you look at the arbitrage, Cardano is sitting at 37 billion, right? 37 billion to Fantom's 2.5-ish, right? So when this money starts flowing back into DeFi and into these DeFi protocols, things are going to get pretty crazy. Because I'll remind you guys of this peak here. Look at this peak where my cursor is. It's about 9 billion, I think, if I'm not mistaken, if I put my cursor somewhere right. It was about 9 billion was the peak total value locked. $9 billion, guys. For reference, right now it's 117 billion. The bear market decimated it. Nobody is using DeFi. If you speak to your friends, if you speak to retail investors, nobody has their Fantom staking or nobody's doing anything. Just a few cult people are doing it that are experienced, that know what they're doing. The average layperson is not using yield farming. They're not searching for APY and they're not searching for yield, right? And that cycle is going to come back. If you go back to the previous bull market, we were here making content. Everybody was desperate of where they could get the best APY. People were very familiar with DeFi. They were getting the airdrops. They were learning how to use DeFi. They were finding the best yields. People were doing that, right? They were farming. And so that's going to come back. And when that comes back, guess what? Fantom has the experience and the know-how for how to play this game. And it's not an easy game. DeFi is not an easy game. Not every project can just come in and start learning how to control $9 billion worth of DeFi. Fantom will know that. They've done that. Not only that, with the multi-chain bridge hack, which wasn't their hack, it was the multi-chain bridge, they've built some valuable experience from there as well. So all these things start to really hold them instead. And again, I just want to remind you of some of the projects that were really big at the time. You had Beethoven doing really well, Spooky Swap, you had Equalizer, Beefy Finance at the time. Like, don't forget, there's a lot of stuff going on in the Fantom ecosystem which people were excited about. And I'm sure they're going to come up with similarly new exciting concepts going into this bull market as well. So exciting time for Fantom. You can see from a technical perspective, let's just talk about it as well. Big daily candle, right? Big daily candle, clear breakout from the pattern, creates the higher high. We got rejected previously from 83. You know, I shared that there was a bunch of resistance at 78. We broke straight through that with one clean swoop. But what's more crazy than the fact that we're up 15% today is this move squeezed all the way up to 94, 95. It's now sitting at 86, but it shows how much pent-up volatility there is in Fantom. I think Fantom is one of those coins which is, you know, loved and hated. You've got some people who really get frustrated by it. Maybe you've got a bunch of people shorting it as well. But the fact of the matter is, you've got a good setup here in the tokenomics. You've got a good setup in the fact that this is not vaporware. This is an actual team delivering actual projects, building actual protocols where you can go to an exhibition and a crypto conference and meet the team, see their faces, and know that they're building stuff, right? There's not a bunch of, you know, avatars online that's not actually building anything. These are real people building stuff that are trying to move the crypto space forward, which is one of the reasons I liked it. The other thing, not heavy on VCs, right? It's not like a project like Solana where you know that all the people that are making money on Solana are those that got in well before we did on exchanges, right? And so you know this makes it so that a lot of people who are watching this video, be honest, you guys have good entries, or at least if you look at the price here, if you were being sensible and you were DCing when you were supposed to, you're getting plenty of buys at 15 cents, 16 cents, call it 20 cents, 25 cents, even 30 cents, which when we look at it, just to get back to all-time high leaves you an incredible move, right? I mean, if we take the measured move here from the 15-cent mark, assuming you were DCing there, just to get back to all-time highs, I mean, you're talking at 2,400%, which is insane. Normally, these kinds of returns are either seen with a meme coin or super low cap, or it's seen with, like I said, VC plays, where you're getting in at a fraction of a price, you're getting an allocation, not for the average person like you and I to buy. Now, let's assume you didn't buy that move there and you bought kind of a bit higher. Maybe you bought at 56 cents. Even at 56 cents to get back to all-time highs are 500%. Now, I think we can eclipse all-time high. I think all-time high sitting there at that 3.5 mark. I've always said and maintained, I'd be disappointed if Fantom couldn't hit the Fibonacci golden extension at 5.5. I don't think that is a crazy price target. I don't think so. I mean, a 10x from here on Fantom gets you to $8.6. Right? $8.6 as a 10x gives you a market cap. Let's just take the current market cap now and 10x that. We're just here on Fantom. 2.5, right? So call it 2.5. 25 billion. $25 billion, right? As a market cap. I'm just going to put it into context. You guys can see it. You would be sitting between Tron and Cardano, right? Right here. There's a big gap between Tron and Cardano in this ranking, but you'd be right here. Is that crazy for Fantom to break into the top 10? No. And in fact, that's on the current market cap. I think all of these will grow. I think Bitcoin's going to continue, you know, break through 2 trillion, etc. Ethereum will work its way towards 1 trillion, I think. I think you'll have Solana knocking on the door of $500 million in market cap. All of these, XRP will work its way easily, in my opinion, towards $200 billion and beyond in market cap. You guys can write down my predictions. I think this whole top 10 is going to have some big players. And I think it'll be easy that in the top 20, in the top 30, don't be surprised to see $20 billion projects, $25 billion projects in the top 20 or 30, because the whole crypto space is going to grow. And I think that's what's important to understand here is these price targets aren't that crazy for a project that is delivering actual growth. That's the key for Fantom. They need to put their head down as a team and keep delivering. I'm going to keep hodling. I'm not looking to sell here, even though I'm up on so many of my purchases. I mean, if you just take some of that, you guys know, because I made videos saying I'm buying, you know, at these 15 cents price points, up to just the wick we had today, I'm up 530% on those buys. 530% on those buys. Just by me showing and demonstrating to you what it means to have conviction. And sometimes conviction is exactly that. Believe in a project and then just let it be. Let them do their work. Let them cook. Right? Let them cook. And Fantom has to cook. They have to do well in this bull market. They've got to deliver projects. They've got to put pressure on themselves. They've got to deliver Sonic. They've got to keep the engagement, do the marketing, and then, of course, protect themselves from any hacks, protect themselves from any exploits. They've got to deliver this bull market. And if they do, that 10x is within reach. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this type of content, smash up the likes. Do not forget to subscribe. Things are getting exciting for Fantom. And I'll see you in the next one.